Welcome back, everybody. Be with you guys in a few minutes. Just want to make sure everybody gets in here before I get rolling. Feels good to be back. Just a few more seconds. Still trying to figure out how to work everything over here. Got a new setup. Can't wait to share it with you guys. Happy April Fools! Got a new camera and everything. Look at that. Let me know. What do you guys think? Is it looking good? Shout out to Hanson. Shout out to Lauren. Shout out to Umbert. Shout out to everyone else out there. Look who's back. Look who's back. Not just me. It's not just me, but we got Lambo back there too. There he is. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. Now, I wanted to say happy hump day live stream, but you know, we already know it's Thursday. In fact, it's a special, super special live stream. It's, you know, April Fools. Things are back to normal. Yeah, anyways. So, you already know the deal, guys, how we do these live streams. You know, basically I turn on the camera, I got a few topics, I got a few things to talk about. I go through the chat, we talk together, you know, we hang out together and we have a great old time together. So, you know, just wanted to welcome everybody. You know, today I wanted to talk a lot about a lot of things. So, by the way, yeah, what do you guys think about the camera? I'm still trying to figure out the external audio, you know, so that I can get, you know, the sound off of the computer into OBS, but I'll gotta fix that later. I mean, I think I did pretty good with the camera and all these other things. But yeah, I got a brand new, so, you know, by the way, I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably wondering, you know, let me, you know, get into it real quick. But yeah, I've been gone for, I don't know, I guess a few months now. I haven't done a live stream in a while. And no, I did not get banned or censored again. It wasn't anything like that. In fact, I was just taking a little hiatus, a little bit of a break. As you already know, so many insane things are happening. They've been happening since last year, since literally it's been over a year now. And you guys already know how I feel about this. I used to talk about this on a daily basis on this channel, talking about all the insanity that's happening. And how about this? All the insanity that was going to happen, and now all the insanity is actually happening. And here we are. You know what I mean? Here we are. Jokes on us, right? Jokes on whoever out there doesn't believe anymore. Because I mean, as you look around you. As you look at the news, as you look at every single aspect of life today, you're like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, holy crap. In a sense of like, wow, it's true. Wow, all these things came true. All these things are a real thing now. And it's just kind of insane, but not really. You know what I mean? Again, if you saw this coming, you know what I mean? Like me and a bunch of you guys out there, in a sense, it's like, we've already kind of gotten over the major impact, you know what I mean? Like the initial, impact of of just, what is it like, realizing that we were surrounded by zombies, that we're in a new paradigm, and everything that we talked about, how the system was going to fall, it was going to change, NWO, whatever, all these things, they're happening. You know what I mean? Literally. So, and it's just kind of nuts, just seeing the whole thing play out. You know what I mean? I mean, at least to me, you know what I mean? To me, it's just pretty crazy. And I'm guessing for a lot of you guys, it is as well, because, I mean, in all honesty, just think about it. You know what I mean? We're, a lot of us, you know what I mean, that are in the position to be literally sitting here right now watching me live. Okay, we're like in the upper 1%, despite all that. Now we do know, you know what I mean, that there's an even more, an actual elite group of individuals out there that are really kind of running the show. And I don't know how much more evidence you need than everything that happened ever since the election going forward. Because look, man, you already know, I got my videos on YouTube. I don't make too many bones about it or anything like that, but the reality is that, I was talking to you guys for a long time. By the way, just want to do a little sound check. I don't know if the sound is coming in good or not. Let me just check it real quick. Okay, perfect. All right, we're sounding good. So anyways, but at the end of the day, you already know, I thought, just like a lot of people out there, we all thought that, Trump was going to win re-election. In fact, after the whole votes came in and things like that, again, it was insane how both presidents, got the most votes ever. You know what I mean? And that was the reality of it. You know what I mean? The most votes of any president in the human history. The way everything went down, and I could go on and on. You know what I mean? Basically, it's like incredible how they were able to pull it off. But at the same time, to me, I'm not surprised by anything at all. You know what I mean? Like at all. You know what I mean? Like when Biden won, it did not surprise me one bit at all. No matter how he won it, he won it. And the fact that they, pushed him through, the people that are in power, all that, mumbo jumbo, the fact that they not only pushed him through, but immediately after becoming president, sorry, the sound out there. You know what I mean? Immediately after he became president, all of the things that, they were pushing, all these agenda things. Look, you guys already know what I thought about Trump and what I thought about the whole situation. And to me, you know what I mean? Like Trump is just, the same old, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, he did, create a lot of change. He did a lot of good stuff and all this other stuff. And again, I wish he was there as opposed to the guy that's in there right now. But it doesn't really matter. Like I've talked to you guys before about this. But the reality is that, now that he is not there, now that that gap, you know what I mean, has been created by him not being there, whether it's him not being on, on social media, on the internet, him not being president anymore, any of these things that are happening. And now we have the alternative. It's like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, wow. Because again, I was very critical of Trump, and I didn't agree with everything he did, even though I did agree with some of the things that he did, and I was happy that he was in there doing the things that he was doing. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I was very critical of him, and I just thought that, he was just, again, by the way, I still think this, but it is what it is. This is like WWF wrestling, and the fact that it's like WWF wrestling, then, Trump is just the Undertaker, Biden is Hulk Hogan, or vice versa, whatever. It doesn't really matter. And the reality is that, they're all on screen. Sorry about all the noise out there right now. He goes, it's lunchtime. Everyone's getting their deliveries. But anyways, even though they're all like against each other on TV, in the public perception, behind the scenes, that they're all friends and they all go to the same dinners and they all know the same people and all this other stuff. But, now that Trump is not in there, and we have the alternative, which is, the elite back in power. They've already, wrestled power back from the people. That we have, NWO, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of words to describe them. I'm trying to be YouTube friendly here as much as possible. But at the end of the day, it's, they've taken power. And again, in just a few months. What are we? We're in April, literally April Fool. And so we're like 4 months in. We've already ended the first quarter, okay, of this year. As we look at the earnings, as we're looking at, at the papers, as how we did this year, like holy guacamole. Look at all the things that Biden has already done in his administration and what they're doing right now. All the things that's going on there. So it's obvious, that like Trump or not, he was literally, when he was in power and when he was being president, he was more like a stopgap, I guess. He was, in a sense, kind of like putting a stop, or at least trying to control, a lot of the things that they were trying to do, by just not letting it happen, or being, in the way, so that they wouldn't go through with certain things. And basically bought us, the people, 4 years, bought us a lot of time in order for us to get even more ready and all this other stuff. So for example, even when, the virus situation first happened, and the economy tanked and all these things happened, what was one of the things that he started doing immediately? He started giving money. In fact, all the way until the end of his until he was done with his presidency, he was still trying to give money. He was trying to give $2,000, remember? And what did the Democrats give us? A bunch of bombs. Oh yeah, and then 1,400, right? So what's up, Clip City? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Hanson, Humbert, and Lauren, and everyone else out there? I see there's like almost 20 people out there. So, we got a lot of people out there, but we have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things have happened, well, we got Bitcoin, hovering right below, 60K. We see, other cryptocurrencies obviously rising as well. We see the birth of this thing called an NFT. If anyone, a lot of you guys that have been following me here for a long ass time, I've been talking about this shit for years, and now we're here. Before, I had different names for this stuff, but I never called it an NFT, but I talked about it many times that we would be going down this path, that we would have, again, we'll talk about that in a minute, I got it written down here. But again, I talked about NFTs, I just never called it an NFT. I called it other things, But that's, something that, we're going to be talking about as well, trying to see if we can explain those a little bit more and go through that. The Great Reset, and we're going to talk about the Great Reset, in which we're, again, going full steam ahead out there, like it or not, we're, right in the middle of the Great Reset, and no, we're not going to stop it, okay? All we can do is, again, just try to not be in the way of it. Just like during World War II, during any other moment of huge crisis in the world, listen, man, you got to let the big boys play. Just, take care of yourself and your family. Try to, do the right and proper things in order to create wealth for you and yourself and your family and your loved ones. And that's it, And just build. That's what I do. That's what I encourage you guys to do. That's what I try to teach you guys to do, how to just build. Because that's all you're going to be doing. You got two options. Either you're building for your future, whether it's your future, your family's future, and all that other stuff, or you're just a soldier. You're just cannon fodder. One shape, form, or another. Whether you're working in a factory or you're out there, getting shot or shooting. The enemy, whatever the enemy is, right? So, again, it's up to you what you're gonna do. Let me read some comments. I see there's a lot of action going on there. In fact, let's move it over here. Boom, boom. Look at that. We got the new setup. So again, I got a brand new computer. This is a brand new M1 Mac Mini. My God, highly recommended. Highly, if you need to upgrade your setup, highly recommend. Don't even think about building a computer unless you're a heavy, hardcore gamer, whatever. But other than that, I would highly suggest that you, look into one of these. I've never been happier. Very best upgrade I've done in a long time or ever. All right. So we got Urban Karma Farms LA saying, bro, don't be tripping and filing making US look old and weak. Get an escalator? Okay, I don't know what that means. But anyways, I ain't doing nothing, man. You know what I mean? Again, I don't do anything here. You know what I mean? I just highlight what's out there. You know what I mean? I just highlight, what's out there, and then you people out there, you guys make your own truth out of it. Again, I just present. All I do is present information. It's up to you to figure it out and do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I mean? It's up to you. All right. Brandon says, when Wall Street, pharma, and mainstream media collude to elect one person and stop another, support the other guy. But again, all right, hold on a second. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so again, this new M1 is still, this is certain apps that are still not M1 chip ready, so they brain fart from time to time. All right, hold on one second. I'm gonna get back to that chat. But yeah, when I see things like that as well, it's all about manipulation, right? So maybe they're manipulating you, the people, in order to vote for the other guy. Maybe it's all, perfectly calculated in order to have Trump in there for 4 years, have Biden in there for 4 years, have Trump in there for 4 years. Who knows? I said a long time ago that Trump could probably be the last president that the U.S. would ever have before it finally breaks up into whatever. And that could be it. It might be Biden. Who knows? But it would not surprise me at all to see, all of a sudden the U.S. break up, aka a la USSR style, and then we'll have places like Florida, California, Texas, and other major areas breaking apart and being their own thing and all that other stuff. So, who knows? But we won't find out together, that's for sure. So, all right, let me see. I was not in love with Biden, but Trump was a megalomaniac and could not control himself. That's why he lost. If he could have listened to his advisors, he would have won. But again, it's like, I know, look, whatever you're saying there, like megalomaniac, what do you... I don't understand. Anyone that's trying to achieve that amount of power is a megalomaniac, in a sense. And, I don't want to get down that path either, but it's like, anyone that voted for one, again, it doesn't matter who you voted for, whether you voted for Trump or Biden. If you voted for that person just because he was a better alternative, because again, a lot of people voted for Trump because Hillary was horrible, right? And then it went over for Hillary, right? So, all of a sudden Biden is better, so whatever. Anyways, so that's a situation there, So again, it's not like, look, man, how about this? You go to the grocery store, all right? When you go to the grocery store, you have choice, meaning you have 17,000 choices when it comes to potato chips, when it comes to cereal, when it comes to Coca-Colas, Coca-Colas, when it comes to many things. You have a million choices. But when it comes to something like president, all you got is Coke and Pepsi. And you already know, if you go to a restaurant and you say, yeah, let me get a hamburger and some french fries and let me get a Coke, and they say, oh, we don't have Coke here, we only have Pepsi. You'll be like, all right, let me get a Pepsi. So again, now you understand like the dynamic between whether it's Trump, Biden, Trump, Hillary, what is it? Is it, what's going on with the stream there? Is this, I just want to make sure the stream's still coming through. Is it coming through? Okay. Anyways, but yeah, the dynamic that's going on with that is just basically that it's like, it doesn't really matter who you choose. Like, they're two different flavors, but they're still going to provide the same thing for the people in power. Sorry about the noise. I'm going to mute for 1 second. Unless you guys want some ice cream from the ice cream guy out there. That's what the guy's selling. He's selling some ice cream. Oh, no, no sound. No sound. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Sorry guys about the sound. Anyways, is it better? Anyways, I'm still getting used to the new setup here. I apologize. I read a few comments. I'm not going to go over it again. Anyways, at the end of the day, you already know how I feel. It's just like South Park said, you're either voting for, what is it, douchebag or, I forgot what the other one was, shit sandwich, right? It says either shit sandwich or douchebag. That's what you're voting for, just like in South Park, all right? So, we're only given two choices between who the 0.1% wants, correct. Getting my stuff together and headed your way. Yeah, it's crazy here in the States. I'm in Texas now. Yeah, you know what I mean? Again, for anyone that doesn't know, hasn't know where, you know, like I'm out here in Mexico, and I have a channel, a travel channel, you know, literally talking about that. In fact, let's do a little cross promo real quick. Might as well. Hold on a second. But yeah, sorry about the sound issues there, guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Love you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a long time, man. I'm still trying to get my bearings back. It's been a while. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, guys, you know, for anyone out there that's interested, you know, please, you know, check out my website. Okay, it's right there. Look, you can see it. josearteaga.com. That's it. It's very easy to get to. I have various channels. Okay, I got a travel channel. We just came back from Oaxaca, Mexico. Go check it out if you love amazing food and art. I live in Mérida, Mexico at the moment, and we travel around Mexico. We love Mexico. You know, I got my regular channel, the one you're watching me on right now. I got a cooking live channel, okay, in which I'm trying to see if I can get back on the horse there. You know, and I cook live. I do live streaming of cooking, okay? So it's awesome for anyone that's into that. And I got a podcast. Podcast every Tuesday, Thursday night at 9 Eastern. So at 9 o'clock Eastern, I do a podcast with my friend Hanson out there. He's in the chat. You can check it out. You got all the links down below as well. And we do also like the Dogecoin price ticker, as you see right there. Okay. So, yeah. And we talk about all kinds of things. So, anyways, guys, let's get back to, let me see what else is in the chat. How do I wonder how to... Am I getting all the... I don't know if I'm getting all the... Let me see. How do I refresh this? Hold on a second. All right, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can... I think the chat is stuck. So, yeah, this computer's awesome, but it's still... And it's still like... So the M1 chip, for anyone that's interested out there, you know, the M1 chip is still like... it's a brand new chip. It's like the experimental vaccine in a sense, you know what I mean? So I have a brand new computer. It's kind of like experimental. I'm using a experimental chip, and so I'm taking the risk of using this experimental piece of hardware, all right, in order to do something that I wouldn't have been able to do normally, okay, which is not just stream but do other various things. And so as the computer and the chip only came out 3 months ago, 4 months ago, or something like that. And it's amazing, by the way. The whole Apple thing is amazing. I'm not an Apple guy, but wow, this thing's awesome. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's just it's a learning curve. It is what it is, but it is pretty awesome. You know what I mean? Because my God, okay. So some videos that I do like in 4K on my old computer here. I'll show you my old computer since. Look, this is my old computer. This computer right here, okay, that you're looking at, this one. This is where I did everything on, okay? This thing right here, okay? All right? Everything you've ever seen me do, okay? On this, on any of my channels. And I had to upgrade. That's it. That thing is like, old trash already. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. And so, yeah, you know what I mean? I had to upgrade, and so I upgraded with a whole new setup. And, yeah, it's super awesome. I'm very happy. Yeah, I'm trying to get the chat back up. Sorry, 1 second. I might have to just rely on the phone. Yeah, I still can't even get the sound input yet. Yeah, it took me a while to figure this thing out. No, I lost the whole chat. Great. Wonderful. Jesus. Well, whatever. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, because I like to interact with you guys. I really, really enjoy interacting with you guys and talking to you guys. So, Just shout out to everyone out there. So let me see. No, wow, there's a lot of comments. Yeah, wow, okay, yeah, a lot of comments. Wow. So many comments. Jose, did I get my vaccine? Yeah, I did. I got the Corona 6-pack. I got a 6-pack of vaccines. So I took my 6-pack of vaccines yesterday. Just going through the comments real quick. After 2016, I'm certain they aren't playing 4-level chess. Yeah. Examples of how Jose, make an episode on how to make weed cookies. I don't get Pepsi. Hell no. I'll drink Shasta. Fuck. Okay. Yes, please. That sounds good. How's everything? Mexico's great. Yes. Oh wow, these are super old messages. Okay. I'm just gonna go with the new chat here. Okay, forget it. Okay, so, but yeah, guys. I mean, so yeah, I'm not an Apple guy. I'm a big, everything else but Apple. But man, I gotta give kudos to this machine. I am not gonna lie. I go hardcore. Okay, so I do 4K videos on, like I said, I was doing 4K videos on this thing that cannot handle 4K, and so it was a very long process to edit a video, and then to process the video. Once it's edited, you gotta like process it so that you guys can watch it, and that would take me like 7 to 8 hours sometimes. Now with the new thing, it's about half an hour to 1 hour to process the same video. What? You know what I mean? Plus, it's just way better editing experience and just better experience. Period. Right now, I just set this up in a little bit of time, but the setup was easy in order to set the whole live stream up and all these other things too. I'm not hating Apple. I'm really, really, really enjoying and loving the Apple Mac Mini, literally. So I got the 16, if anyone knows any about this, I got the 16 gigabyte version or whatever the hell, and just the smallest amount of hard drive space. I just put my own hard drive, and man, wow. And it doesn't overheat or anything. It barely gets hot. And out here, I'm in literally 95-degree weather with like 60% humidity right now. So definitely helps a lot. So yes, I'm very glad. And yeah, I'm gonna be doing cooking soon. I'm gonna get back into the cooking again. I've been still producing videos and channel stuff. Mainly for the travel channel. The travel channel is really what's blowing up and doing good. But look, this channel right here. Let me see real quick. I want to show you. Well, I'll tell you. But this channel, the channel you guys are watching me on, that's funny. I'll show you. I gotta show you this. Look at that. We're at 4,069. Yeah, buddy. But even the videos that I'm dropping lately, they're getting more views and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm at 4,069. Wow. I still remember when I was under 1,000 viewers, 1,000 subscribers on this channel. And now, wow, look at this. And every time I do a live stream, there's just so many viewers. And it's just awesome, man. I'm very humbled all the time. I love doing this. Seriously, this is like awesome. I remember when I used to do these live streams, I only had like 2 or 3 viewers, Now I get 20, 40 viewers, depending on what the hell I'm talking about. Like, I know I haven't been here for a while, so it is what it is. But look at that. And then on the other channel, I'm over 2,000. Let me see if I can bring that one up real quick. But on the travel channel, so on the travel channel, I just started this a little over a year ago. When they banned this channel, I started my travel channel. And, okay, so we're at 2,185. Look at that. And we broke 1,000 subscribers on that channel. On the travel channel, I broke 1,000 subscribers like less than 6 months ago. 6 months ago? 6 months ago, we were at 1,000, and now we're over 2,000 already. Way over 2,000. So I'm putting a lot of my focus on the travel channel. And it's also like kind of easier to make content for that channel. But on this channel, the thing is that the reality is that there was just, man, just too much going on. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of the stuff that's going on now, I talked about it for a long time. I don't want to keep preaching to the choir. I don't want to keep harping. I want to provide solutions, yada, 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 which I have. And, it is what it is. Some people listen, some people don't. But we're already past all that. Right now, it's about getting that plan into action, or, you know what I mean? Already, whatever. Just implementing whatever plan instead of, if you're still planning, if you're still trying to figure out what to do, if you're still waiting, to see what happens, it's like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. So that's kind of like where we're at there. And that's it, you know what I mean? So yeah, good times, man, good times, because the whole thing is finally, getting into, whatchamacallit, what is it? The whole thing is already, moving along nicely. You know what I mean? Like, for anyone that's prepared, for this massive, change, in the world, this great reset, this humongous monstrosity of a change that we're dealing with right now as humans, if anyone that's out there that's prepared or been preparing, I mean, hey, this is it. Buckle up for the ride and we're good to go. It is what it is. It's already turning into a very, very interesting time. We're seeing, like, even though the elites have taken over and the elites are back in power and all this other stuff, the reality is that, they're barely trying to hold on to control right now. Everything is falling apart, everything. And you see, like, again, just like in the US right now, for example, all kinds of crazy shit's happening all over the world, but just in the example of the US, I mean, you're seeing, all the states are all with different, rules and protocols on how, they're going to be dealing, how they're still dealing with the virus situation. We have, by the way, you guys want some ice cream? That guy's also selling ice cream, a different kind of ice cream. But anyways, so yeah, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, what's going on right now is the reality is that, like, damn, what was I? Lost my train of thought for a second there. Man, hold on, good thing I got this. But just in the example of the US, I mean, you're seeing. See, I love the fact that I can, listen to myself here. Okay, back to what I was saying. But, like, I mean, look what's happening in the U.S. right now. You know what I mean? Like, the president is pushing a national agenda, when it comes to, like, how they're going to be dealing with the virus and all this other stuff. And you're seeing states. That are flat out refusing and flat out, wanting to do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? And so you're seeing a lot of that, right now. And, So, look at, like, what's happening with Florida, look what's happening with California, look what's happening with Texas, look what's happening with other states and other parts of the union. It's just like a lot of insanity, a lot of craziness that's actually happening, right now, and it's just nice to watch. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say, you know what I mean? Because it's like, look, the thing is, it's like, I want the best for everybody, but it's like for anyone out there, that's been waiting for this moment for a very long time. It's like, finally we're here, it's finally fucking happening, and it is what it is, let the chips fall where they may, I don't know. That's it. So anyways, okay, let's just get into positive things. Okay, I feel like we were just going in circles there. I lost a little brain fart there. Yada yada yada. It is what it is. If you guys haven't already figured it out by now, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Like, I know a lot of you guys have already figured it out. And that's it. So, I want to talk about NFTs for a minute, okay? Because a lot of people out there, they're talking about NFTs. Those non-fungible tokens, all right? And, I think that this is like, man, I'm really happy to see, all of a sudden, this interest in this thing, you know what I mean? Called cryptocurrency, all right, or whatever. But the reality is that I was talking about this, and others like this guy right here on screen, Mr. Jeremy Rifkin. We've been talking about things like this for a long time as well. We've been predicting the fact that we were going to get to a future. And I used to go on other cryptocurrency heavy channels, all right, and talk about these things, and I would a lot of times get laughed out of the fucking room or get laughed out of the the discussion because people didn't believe me, or they just couldn't fathom, what would be what would happen in the future. But here we are, and so NFTs are just the birth. They're just like kind of like the beginning of this, but we still have a ways to go. So what are NFTs real quick? Well, NFTs, are basically the fact that, okay, so for example, right now, I own this bottle, for example, okay? And this bottle, it used to have tequila in it, but at the same time, it's kind of like a collector's item because this is just a regular bottle of 1800 tequila. But as you guys can see, an artist, all right, did a special commemorative bottle on this thing, okay? And because of that, this makes it a unique item. Just like you have Pokemon cards or baseball cards or a Picasso, like at the Mona Lisa. Okay, so those are, again, traditional, forms on, how, we would have like an original, because like this one has like a number, like it's number whatever the hell, and this is the only one, or this is 1 out of 3,000, so this might be 256, out of 3,000, and each one has their value. And so an NFT is just a digital form of this, a digital form. So right now there's two things. Okay, so like let's say I have this. Let me go to full screen real quick. I think it'll be better. Okay, so let's say I have something like this in my hand, okay, or a comic book, or a baseball card, or a Picasso. It would also come with pieces of paper, right? Pieces of paper, right? It could be this paper here. But anyways, pieces of paper that say this is a certificate of authenticity, all right, or a certificate of purity, or certificate of whatever. Okay, well. So what an NFT is just a digital form of that, which we're going to need going forward in the digital future of the internet. So it would be nice, to have also a digital, just like you have a boarding pass, you can have your paper boarding pass, or you can have your digital, you can have both. Okay, so now, this item, this physical item, okay, can have a, the physical representation of it too. Like I'm the owner of it. This piece of paper says I'm the owner, and also is a certificate of authentication for this, all right? And at the same time, I have a digital one, which I have on my phone, okay? A digital representation of this, okay, on my phone, which acts the same as this, okay? Meaning it shows that I'm the owner. It shows that the uniqueness of this item. It shows, all that same exact stuff. So that's one version of NFT, okay? Another version of NFT is right now, there's digital tokens. So if anyone out there, if you play a video game, anyone that's played a video game, even if you haven't, you can kind of figure this out. But you'll say you're playing a video game, and it's like Dungeons and Dragons type of game, World of Warcraft type of game. Basically in these digital worlds, just for years already, people have been buying a digital sword, okay, aka an NFT, okay, because there's only one of these swords in the World of Warcraft world or game. You feel me? And then how you would transfer, ownership would be through a digital stamp, a digital, protocol, aka and so NFT. So aka that was the birth, one of the births or something like that, like an NFT. So that's what I'm saying. So we're just heading into the future. I mean, we're heading into, this awesome brand new future straight ahead. Now, what I talked about is that in the future, right now, let's say you guys are watching, you guys are watching me right now. You're watching Jose Arteaga and, my channel, yada, yada, yada. And all of a sudden you want to, tip me. So you can tip me, through, the super chat, okay? But if you give me a super chat, YouTube keeps 33% of it. If you send me through PayPal, they get a percentage. If you get what I'm saying, and also even if I get the money with very little percentage taken out from a middleman, if I say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, all of these things, I could also get my bank account closed, and I can get my digital financial institution, have them close my account, and then I don't have access to my money. So in the future, you would, not only be able to tip me in things like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever, but also you would be able to buy my token. So I'll have my non-fungible Jose Arteaga token, which by the way, I'm gonna see if I can start working on. And you would be able to buy it. And by buying that token, it's like buying shares in the Jose Arteaga ecosystem. Okay, just like buying shares in Amazon 25 years ago or 20 years ago. You follow me? And so NFTs are just the beginning. You know what I mean? You know, this whole cryptocurrency thing is just the beginning. It's not just Bitcoin. It's not just, you know, Ethereum. It's not, no. Listen. There's just so much more to this, okay? Where in the future, you are going to be able to not just, okay, so for example, I provide you guys with value, okay? And so I can provide you guys with even more value because you guys can buy my token, my currency to support me. And at the same time, if I keep doing good and my, you know, my stock, right? You know, my Jose Arteaga stock goes up, well, so does the value of your token. So not only are you investing in me, but you're also, you know, increasing in wealth. Okay, you're putting a few bucks in your pocket, and at the same time, you can trade that token away because in the very near future, you're going to be able to go to Target, Walmart, any place like that, and trade away your Jose token, your Bitcoin, your Dogecoin, your whatever. It can, in fact, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, all of these places, they're going to have their own token. And they'll probably give you these tokens. For example, like, let's say you do a $100 purchase with Walmart, they might give you a free 10, you know, Walmart bucks or 10 Walmart tokens, you know, which equal $1 each or whatever, you don't know. And then when you go to Target, you can pay for your purchase with Walmart tokens, and you can also pay with Jose tokens. Now, Target might say, look, if you pay with Target tokens, we'll give you a 5% cash back, you know what I mean? Or a 5% discount or something. But if you pay with Walmart tokens, it's going to be like a 10% penalty or 5% penalty because we got to exchange it, we got to this, we got to that. If you pay with Jose tokens, it might just be a 2% penalty. You get what I'm saying? And all these other things like that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and then they'll be able to exchange it immediately. Like a lot of us can exchange these things immediately and things like that. You might be able to pay with Dogecoin and there might not be any fee or very tiny fee because it's such a quick thing, and Walmart or whatever, they might be interested in getting that coin quick or getting that transaction closed quickly. So there's so many things, okay, on how we can explore this and how this is going to push forward. So we're just at the very beginning. So right now, I would not buy, you know, let's say someone is selling this, I make this into an NFT and I'm selling it for $30,000. I wouldn't buy that. There's a lot of people that want to buy these things, you know. That's another story for another day, which I'm sure you've heard already on other channels talking about NFTs. But to me, it's like I'm very bullish on the space as a whole because I see where it's all going. You know what I mean? And now seeing the whole birth of the NFT, seeing the bubble, the NFT bubble getting, you know, blown up. Wow. You know what I mean? It's just going to be very, very, very exciting going forward. So I'm very happy. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying there. So, all right. Let's see what else. Let me. You know what? I'm gonna play a little music in the background. You know, while I read some of your comments. I see some comments there. So. Wait, what happened? Did my channel, something happened to my channel? Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading some of the comments. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, so they're censoring all kinds of things. That's why I have 4 channels, guys, okay? Because, you know, I've been censored and banned many times. I'm sure a lot of you guys thought I was banned. That's why I was gone for a while. But no, you know, it was just... yeah, look how weird this is. Like, anyways. But yeah, you know, I hold Bitcoin. I hold, you know, many other cryptos like Monero as well. But yeah, you know, the thing is, it's like, you know, I'm really deep into this space, and I'm like, look, Bitcoin is not private, but it's really hard. It's really hard for anyone to find out where your Bitcoin are. Especially if you just take a few precautionary steps, you know, it's very easy. It's very easy to to make that Bitcoin go private again, and that's really, that's it, But the thing is, it's like I'm bullish on all crypto as a whole, and that's it. I mean, that's just the reality of it. So. All right, hold on a second. But anyways, look, guys, if you guys want more information on all this stuff and you want to talk more about, like what all this future is going to bring, like the near zero marginal cost, okay? Because, we got, again, this is all part of that. You know what I mean? Like, please check out on my channel. I got this video. Again, look, you see it. It's right there. It's like towards the bottom of it in the Bitcoin information. You see? What is the third video there? What is near zero marginal cost? Okay, I would highly recommend that you guys watch that video. It's again, I'm not in the video. I just helped edit that video in a sense of like, I added like a bunch of graphics and more explanations and more things like that, to help people, really, help digest this information that this guy was talking about back in 2014 and beyond. And so, nothing here is new, man. Nothing here is new. Everything that we're going through right now has, there's a bunch of people out there that have been talking about it for a while, and we're here, you know what I mean? And like the younger you are, the more you might know about this, but it doesn't mean that just because you're an old fart, you can miss out. It's all about knowledge. So, and even when it comes to like censorship, because I know a lot of you guys care about the censorship aspect, I'm not really that worried about censorship because I know that my presence online is already really deep, and that there's ways for me to remain online and vigilant online, no matter where I am, you know what I mean? And so, YouTube is the platform right now, but real soon, YouTube is not going to be the platform, for many reasons, and people are just going to migrate over to the new platform, whatever that platform is, and we really don't know. Because for anyone out there that's been around for a long time, like let's just talk about Napster for a second. Back in the day when it came to like Napster, that was the only game in town until Napster got deleted by the U.S. government, and then all of a sudden we had BearShare, we had Kazaa, we had LimeWire, we had like all of these, and then eventually a lot of those either got shut down or they got corrupted or they got whatever. And look, man, fast forward to today. Does anyone out there, the question I asked, does anyone out there have a problem downloading or watching a movie, a song, or anything? No. Anyone can get anything online right now, okay? In fact, it's a lot easier than it's ever been. I can stream a movie right now. No matter what the movie, I can stream it. I can just find it online. There's a million things I can do for free. All this for free. All right? So things have only gotten better. So it's the same thing, when it comes to like all these things that are, happening right now, when it comes to like, something like Bitcoin, and they're like, oh, the governments are going to stop this and make it illegal and this and that, or censorship, they're trying to censor everybody and stop everybody. No, man. You know what I mean? Like when they do that, when they really do that, because we're getting there really quickly. I mean, there's going to be so many other avenues and platforms and places that we're going to be able to go on. And there's even people that are building, and there's already platforms that exist that, like right now, I am streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, and on D Live, and I can actually be streaming on many more platforms if I want. So again, I will still be able to do my live streaming, you know what I mean, for example, and live stream, like again, like you're seeing on the video there, all over the world, you know what I mean, on many platforms all at the same time. So, right now there's people on Twitch watching me. Right now there is people on D Live watching me. You feel me? And I'm getting new audiences from there. I'm getting, and those are even harder to censor. And again, they're going to get censored there too eventually if we're going to go down this path. But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay? And why doesn't it matter? Because again, there's just so many more platforms coming online. And eventually, just like we went from AOL to MySpace, and then from MySpace to Facebook, and now from Facebook to whatever the new thing is going to be, And that's it, what I mean? There might not be a new thing per se. It might just be, everything. So now I am not worried about censorship. In fact, just like I was talking about earlier with like, again, Biden taking over and everything, now falling apart even quicker. When it comes to censorship, the more they censor, the more that they push with these agendas, the quicker we're going to get to, out of this, okay? That's it. The quicker, it's like pulling a Band-Aid, you know what I mean? Either you're going to be look, you see I'm very, very hairy, okay? Putting a Band-Aid on this, I got two options. Either I'm pulling it away very, very slowly and I'm going to be in a lot of pain, or I can just go rah and pull it away once and deal with it once. You know what I mean? And that's it. So it's the same thing. You know, that's what we're dealing with right now going forward when it comes with everything that's going on. You know, we are literally right now, you know what I mean? As everything, you know, either we keep how do I say this? We keep stagnating, and we keep delaying the inevitable, again delaying the inevitable, or again we just pull the band-aid and just go through with it already. You know what I mean? And so unfortunately, Biden, that whole NWO agenda, what they're doing, again, squeezing harder, with more censorship, with more lockdowns, with more this, with more that, with more everything, not just in the US, but all over the world. All that's doing is just, again, pushing everything forward. Look, man, this is all like seasons, okay? Right now, we're going through winter, okay? Right now, we're in the middle of winter. Remember, you were watching all kinds of predictive programming out there, like, for example, what was it, Game of Thrones or whatever they're doing, like, oh, get ready for winter, and so many other things like that. And so we're in winter now. Winter started in March of last year, beginning of last year. The beginning of last year is when winter really, really started, okay? And we're going to be dealing through winter, who knows how long, but from a lot of estimations, it might not be over till like the end of the decade, meaning we got another like 8 years of this shit, okay? So buckle up, motherfuckers, all right? And so, but guess what? Once we are over this, okay? Once we're over that hump and we get out of winter, well, we got spring, and then we got summer, and then we got fall, okay? We already went through fall in the U.S., okay? That was the 90s and the 2000s, right? Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like, or the 2000s or whatever, you know what I mean? The late 2000s, before we got here. But anyways, long story short, what I'm saying is that, this all goes in cycles, all right? And, right now we're in the middle of, we're at the beginning of winter, all right? And there's an old saying, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this saying or not, but there's an old saying out there that says, basically, hard times create hard men. Easy times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. And again, hard times create hard men. So we're just going through the cycle. Right now, we are entering the period of that cycle, okay, in which, easy times, because we've had it easy, okay, I don't want to hear it. Easy times have created soft men. That was what we just came through right now. And now these soft men, okay, are creating hard times. That's what's going on right now. Okay? And once once the hard times are here and we're dealing with hard times, those hard times are going to create hard men. And that's it. And then those hard men are going to create a fucking amazing, super amazing, society that eventually the next generation, okay, is going to squander away. Just the same as that ever was, okay? It's the same old, okay? Same cycle, same everything. So, and that's it. So, right now, guys, I mean, it's time to get prepared. So, the reason I got this brand new computer, besides, the fact that it's going to help me with the editing, it's going to help me with video creation, help me with live streaming, help me with so many things. I also want to start to learn to code again. I used to be heavy into computers like 20 years ago. All right. Back in the day, in the 90s. And I got away from that. I became a chef. I had to live my life 9 to 5, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, man, long story short, now come full circle back to where I'm at now, doing the things that I'm passionate about and love. I'm going to get back into all that. And when I say I'm going to see if I can create a Jose coin, I'm going to see if I can create, other things like that. If I'm going to see if I can, just learn to code and code other things in order to, you get what I'm saying, to like be a part of this, this bull run. Because again, it's like if you imagine 20, 25 years ago, created, one of the many websites or one of the many, You get what I'm saying? Many products or many things that we use today. So it's the same old thing. If you get involved right now during these hard times, my God, you're going to be sitting pretty after a lot of hard work. And I don't just mean sitting pretty financially, sitting pretty life-wise. Like, wow, look at all these things that I accomplished. Look at all these things that I did with my life. Look at all, yada, yada, yada. So, that's what I would recommend a lot of you guys do is, again, it's never too late. You're never too old. And just get into it. There's just, to me, I don't see, a lot of people see a nightmarish situation coming up. A lot of people see, the zombie apocalypse, which we are in. A lot of people see all of these, negative, horrible things coming down the pike, but I don't. I see a lot of positive things coming. And it's because, again, it's up to you whether you are going to, take advantage of the situation or you are going to get taken advantage of. And that's it. So... And right now with Bitcoin being at, what is it, 60K? It's like, bro, we're not even there yet. We haven't even started. This thing has so much left to go. So, but yeah. And right now, right now, like the Great Reset that a lot of people have been talking about for a long time, we're in the middle of that, Great Reset. Like literally. What is the Great Reset? Well, don't listen to me. Like just look it up yourself. Just go to Google, YouTube. Just go to, go on YouTube and search the Great Reset. And, the people that are in power, they have already, like they're the ones that created this whole concept of the Great Reset. They're the ones that created the Great Reset to begin with. And they're the ones that are implementing the Great Reset. And what is the Great Reset? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, but again, they want to reset the whole everything. They want to reset the whole paradigm. So right now, with a lot of the things that I keep talking about, everything that is the internet age, that is the third industrial revolution. We are right now in the middle of the beginning of the third industrial revolution. But these people that are in power, these elites, these people that are behind the Great Reset, they want to skip over the third industrial revolution. They don't want the third industrial revolution. They don't even want the third industrial revolution to exist. They want it to be the fourth industrial revolution. They want to just skip over the third industrial revolution and go straight into the fourth industrial revolution, which is basically, hey, we own everything. Hey, we own you. Hey, you have to get, your vaccine. You have to get your Fed coin, your banker coin. You have to, be under control in all aspects of your life. They want to skip over to that instead of, go through the motions, because first industrial revolution was coal powered and steam and all this other shit. Then second industrial revolution, was basically what built, the world the last 100 years, everything from electricity to trains and planes and automobiles and shit like that. And all these other things. And, now we're in the third industrial revolution, okay, which is the internet age, okay, where we have the communication that we're, using right now, whether it's YouTube, the live stream, the Twitters of the world, all the internet, the freaking internet, and the internet that is allowing us to do everything. Right now I could have solar panels on my roof, and those solar panels are powering this, and I don't even need to be connected to Comcast. I can just be using Starlink, aka the Elon Musk thing, and I'm totally off the grid, and I'm live streaming. Censor these nuts, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, you know what I mean? So we're in an internet age and they want to skip that. They're like, no, there's no, the solar powered isn't like that. Oh, no, you can't be using Starlink, you can't be off the grid, and all these other things. So, that's really kind of like what's going on. And so to me, it's like, it's like a lot of the things that I'm seeing now it's the people, the agenda pushing the narrative of the fourth industrial revolution. And look, I don't give a fuck, let them push whatever they want to push. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what's going to happen is what's going to happen, and it's happening. Us out here that are building and creating, we're doing it. You know what I mean? Again, the NFTs is just one part of it. The cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is just one part of it. But again, it's all these products that we're creating, these near zero marginal cost products that we're creating, whether it's a web browser or Uber or Airbnb, or you get what I'm saying? I could go on and on. And so, and eventually you're not going to be selling your data. They're not going to be stealing your data. They're going to be buying your data, and you're going to be getting full full monetary value for the data. Okay, assuming you want to give up your data. You know what I mean? So we're definitely moving into a brand new paradigm. We're definitely moving into, you know, a brand new, you know, world, and I'm very, very happy and excited. And yeah, you know, I am not a fan of XRP. I'm not going to get into XRP right now, you know, but whatever, it is what it is. You know, I'm a fan of other coins. Like, I'm a big Dogecoin guy, but hey, you know, we all got our coins. We all got our whatever, you know. Bitcoin is the main dude there. In fact, gold and silver overall, number one. But regardless, guys, at the end of the day, you know, it's up to you to do your own work, do your own research, you know, your own homework, and figure out what's best for you. You know, land is also a great investment, assuming you buy land in a place that is not, you know, going to have the government take it away from you or some other entity take it away from you. So, yeah, man. Yeah. And so, you know, right now, I am not worried about things like, you know, when people are like, oh, the vaccine, did you get it? Did you not get it? Did you this? Did you that? I'm not worried about any of that because I put myself in a position in which I don't have to worry about that. And that's it. You know, I'm in a country in which I don't got to worry about that. And if all of a sudden I am forbidden from entering certain places, certain countries, I mean, not certain places. I mean, if I'm ever in the position where I'm forbidden from entering certain countries, certain areas, just because I don't have said vaccine or said paperwork or said whatever, well, then I'm totally prepared for that. It's okay. I understand I'm probably not going to ever be able to visit North Korea or China or whatever other country wants to, you know, go down this path and down this road. And it's as simple as that. And, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that is the truth. And so yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so right now, you know, it's very, very, very interesting to see, you know, everything and, you know, the path that we're going down. And, you know, to me, it's very interesting. Like, look, right now, anyone that's choosing to be a zombie, that's choosing to be, you know what I mean, like, involved in any of this, you know, full, you know, hook, line, and sinker. Look, there's a lot of people out there that still think that Trump is running the show. There's a lot of people out there that think that Kamala is running the show. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, you could be, look, I kind of care a little bit because I'm interested in, that's my entertainment. So a lot of people are like, hey, Jose, have you watched this movie? Or hey, Jose, have you seen this show? Or hey, I'm like, no, because I'm too busy working on the things that are important to me. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to my life, you know what I mean? Like all the things that I'm doing, whether it's making content for YouTube or whether it's the things that I do in my private life, whatever it is I do, you know what I mean? I document a lot of it. You guys know exactly the things that I do, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of us like to unwind, you know what I mean? Most of us do, right? You know, we like to sit back at the end of the night, you know, probably watch something funny, something whatever, and I watch things like that. But one of the things that I, you know, use as entertainment, it's just watching what's going on in the world right now, because that's what it is. That's it. Because I don't have a horse in the race. It doesn't affect me too much either or, because I'm not reacting, you know what I mean, to what's happening in the world in the sense of like, you know, again, we got a virus. Oh my God, react with fear. No. I'm already at a point where I'm prepared for whatever comes down the pike. And as whatever happens, I just, you know, I go down the chosen path of preparedness, and that's it. You know what I mean? So, you know, right now, I'm just in that, you know what I mean? That's all I'm doing. And so I'm not worried. I'm not, because I know how human history works. I know as humans, you know, how we work. Many times in human history, it has been well documented, all the way back from the very, very beginning. There has been many people in power that have tried to take over the world, and they have not. And a lot of people can argue and say that, oh, there's already a group that has taken over the world and decides everything that's going on. And I argue and say, no, not really. There's a lot of parts of the world that are not in control by these people in power, that are still non-governable, and I can go on and on. And at the end of the day, you know, right now we're seeing that their paradigm, their narrative, their strength, their everything, their bear hug on the world is slowly slipping away. And it's that's it. You know what I mean? We're moving now in in an amazing direction. I think that, sure, there's a lot of crazy things that are still yet to happen. We're still at the very beginning of so many things, but it's not going to be anything that we cannot survive and that we won't survive. We will survive. We're going to survive all this shit, and we, the people, will rise when we get to that point. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. There's always a point in human nature in which you, the human, push back finally. You know what I mean? And we're, depending on where you are in the world, you are already there, or you're slowly approaching that, and that's it. And so in certain places around the world, like in the US, Canada, and even Europe, they've literally unprepared you to deal with any kind of adversity. They've taken away the ability, okay, that you would have had to take care of yourself and to take care of others and to, again, survive away from you, to be forced to rely on the government. So that's why I also encourage people to do something like, let's say, like live off the grid, or live in a foreign country that's relatively safe for your standards and shit like that, because that's going to put you in adversity, and it's going to force you to do things, okay? To learn, to not rely on others, to rely on yourself. So for example, like, let's just say that, I have something like, let's say that this thing broke. Instead of just throwing it away and trying to buy a new one, or sending it to somebody to fix, you should try, to fix this yourself, and try to learn how to fix this. Try to, again, you're gonna feel so good, so proud of yourself, so accomplished, just by being able to fix that. And if you couldn't fix it, well, it's totally fine. It's not a big deal. You gave it your all, and then you get to, get it fixed or replace it later. But it's just so many things like that. If you got the ability to do so, start a garden. You get what I'm saying? If you have the ability to do so, which a lot of us do, start taking care of yourself, and start and stop relying so much on other entities. Okay, and just so many things like that you can do to control. You know what I mean? To take control back, and not worry. So I'm not really that worried. You know what I mean, about whatever the fuck is going to go happen. Even though I live right now in a part of Mexico that is, literally. Right now, I live in a part of Mexico that is literally, the most restrictive of all Mexico. So I live in the Yucatan. That's the state of the Yucatan. And the state of the Yucatan is like New York or California right now. But almost the rest of Mexico, they're like Florida. A good majority of Mexico is like Florida. But anyways, even in this state that is like California, New York, with all the restrictions, it's still fine. It is still almost no restrictions in compared to literally all the other states in the US or Canada or Europe or whatever. Because I have friends all over the world, and they tell me the horror stories about what's going on in their countries, and I'm in shock. I'm in shock because nothing happens out here, you know what I mean? And again, we're in a place that, it's very restrictive. People are very scared in this area. I can go on and on. But again, in the rest of the country, it's more like Florida. With almost nobody adhering to any kind of restrictions, and then it's your freedom whether you're gonna adhere to these or not. So at the end of the day, guys, if you're in a place that you're not happy in, it's up to you. It's no one else's responsibility. It's up to you to get yourself out of that position. Look, man, in the chat right now, I don't know if he's still in there. I think he's there. But shout out to Cali Picker. Shout out to Amputee Adventures. I don't know. I forgot what his new channel's name is. But anyways, this guy got both his legs amputated. Okay, he's a vet. Old. He's an older gentleman. You can go check out his channel. He got both his legs amputated, and that motherfucker is fucking dragging himself all the way out here to fucking Mexico. So what the fuck is your excuse? Now listen, I know. Before we even answer that, I know there's a lot of people that have, I got kids, I got family, I got loved ones, I got an older mom that's whatever. I get it. There's a lot of people that have certain responsibilities, and you just can't leave. But that's not everybody. I think most people, okay, they just don't want to do it because they want to keep riding out the USA. They're going to keep riding out and hope that things change for the better. And again, I hope that things change for the better, but you know what? I'm going to watch from the safety of another country. Okay, and if things get better, I'll go back home. If they don't, I'll be like, woof, then got them over here. And that's it. So, Okay, okay, amputee. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Sorry. I thought it was 2 legs, but still, whatever. 1 leg. The fuck, man. You know what I mean? So, pretty commendable and pretty badass of you, brother. So yeah, man. You know what I mean? And so that's really the reality of it, guys. It's really all up to you. And right now, to me, I think we're living in some beautiful times. It really is. If you go back into human history, my God, man, we've been through worse times where most of humanity was enslaved, even worse than it is today. And I could go on and on. So, the reality is that, like, there's so many people out there, so many channels, so many, individuals out there, whether it's on YouTube or with their blog on the internet or whatever, that have been talking about these conspiracy theories for a very long time. And look, man, at the end of the day, it's all coming true. So, it's enough talking about, right now, whether I hear the left or the right, I hear the people that are still behind Q and saying that, oh my God, that there's dead. What is it? That there's people inside the containers inside. I'm like, bro, what the hell's wrong with you people, bro? You know what I mean? And it's like, or they're, or the people on the left, they're still like hardcore, like, oh my God, Trump is like the orange man bad, like the worst fucking thing in the universe, and yada yada yada, and he needs to be censored. And it's like, bro, what the hell, man? So, again, let the people out there that choose to remain zombified be zombies, and that's it. You know what I mean? You got to just do you and take care of you and not worry about all these things. Again, just pull out the popcorn and watch. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Now, let's talk about weed. So, weed is being legalized all over the place, It's funny how they're legalizing weed in New York, they're legalizing weed all over the world, and I can go on and on. They're also legalizing weed here in Mexico. They actually legalized it here a few years ago, but it's still been in the gray area, and they're about to, like, fully legalize it soon. I think within a few weeks to months. It should be fully recreationally legal, and man, is that gonna fucking open the floodgates to tourism and to investors and to foreigners wanting to live here, and I could go on and on. So, yeah, man, interesting times. So, let me see. We're just going through some chats. But yeah, by the way, shout out to all of you guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. And this is so much fun. I haven't done a live stream in a long time. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We just hang out here shooting shit and all that good stuff. So we got Dogecoin, doing its thing. I think Elon Musk did some tweets earlier today, and the thing pumped and then dumped a little bit. But we're still good. We're still doing good. But yeah, guys, I would highly recommend that you guys watch this video so that it's not necessarily about Bitcoin, but it's just about the future. You know what I mean? If you really want to know what's around the corner, what's really going to happen in the future, I would really pay attention to this, okay? And by the way, everything in this video is valid except the whole climate situation, because, I don't want to get into the whole climate situation, but, long story short, we're going to be heading into a mini ice age, okay? We're not going into global warming or whatever, it's more like a mini ice age, and that's really what's going to be happening going forward. So, again, it's just like the more you find out, the deeper you go down the rabbit hole, the more you realize that everything is almost basically a lie. And right now we're living in the beginning of a renaissance. We're literally living in a huge awakening period. So many people are waking up for reals. Not woke. You know what I mean? Not like you know what I'm saying, but like really waking up. Like They spent the whole year not working, sitting at home, collecting unemployment, collecting government checks, collecting whatever, and watching YouTube videos and going down the rabbit hole and literally, finding out what the Fed is. Man, I'm just so surprised when I see so many people talking to me and like knowing exactly what the Fed is. All of a sudden, they know exactly what's going on. They're more well versed on, all of a sudden when you talking about gay frogs, they'll laugh about it. Oh yeah, I remember when Alex Jones said that gay frogs, but hey, did you know that he wasn't fucking around? This is what really, and like, Really? Hey. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, now you're telling me about gay frogs, you know? And I could go on and on. So, you know, that's what I think. You know what I mean? I think that we're really going through a huge awakening period. And, you know, right now, by the way, I would highly suggest you guys check out this channel. This guy, Clearview Tax or whatever. You know, this guy is great. He is, if you want like the news for the day, like just watch him every day. He gives like the most comprehensive news on what's really going on with like the US and politics and shit like that. But anyways, long story short, he you know, he's always like what is it? He is always updating everybody on, you know, what they're really doing. And yeah, long story short, it seems like more stimulus is coming. It seems like more money is coming. It seems like they want to give people UBI for reals, you know, universal basic income. You know, we got this guy, you know, Biden now. He just signed, or he's about to sign. I don't know if he signed it, whatever. The $2 trillion infrastructure bill, which, by the way, they're still going to tax you on. So they signed, again, $2 trillion for infrastructure, but they still have to tax you for the same infrastructure. You know what I mean? So again, and now they're just printing into oblivion. They're already just, you know, they're just not even here. In fact, let me show you. Here, let me just, so you guys can see in a graph. Where's it? No, that might not be it. From the Fed. Okay, so look, this series will no longer, this is from the Fed, okay? The Federal Reserve. Here, hold on a second. Here, so you guys can see it for yourself. But look at that. So this is since, look at the money printing, okay? And they discontinued keeping track of this because, you know, it's embarrassing. Okay, so this is money printing, all right? So look at that, okay? Look at the insanity behind that, guys. Right, so I mean, that goes to show you. I mean, and there's even more. I mean, and so they're printing the money and they're putting the money in the stock market. They're buying the stock market. They're pumping it up. It's all fake, phony, and false. And everybody keeps getting poorer. Everything keeps getting more expensive. They keep printing more money. In fact, they're not even keeping track of it anymore. And I can go on and on. Let me see if we can go to the U.S. The U.S. debt clock. Let's see where we're at now. Wow. Well, I haven't checked this in a while. Look at that. So I don't know. By the way, I don't know if the $2 trillion infrastructure bill is already included here. But if it's not, holy guacamole. We're about to hit 30 trillion on the debt. Wow. So again, guys, you know what I mean? Like it's only getting crazier by the second. And they're just going to keep printing and printing and printing into oblivion. They have no other way to counteract this. You know, if you want to know what's going to happen going forward, I would highly suggest that you look up Weimar Germany, look up what hyperinflation does and what it has done. And basically overnight, you're going to start seeing things start getting more and more expensive. I'm sure that things are already getting more and more expensive by the minute. And so, you know, right now, you know what I mean? Like it's only getting, one day you're going to wake up and something that costs $1 is going to be $10. And then a few days later, or a week later, it's going to be $100. And then like that. And then, you know, eventually it's going to be where you might have like $10,000 in the bank account and they'll be like, oh, now you have $1,000 or you have $100 in the bank account. You know what I mean? They'll take some zeros away. All right. So that's heading straight everybody's way, like it or not. So it's either, you know, again, just prepare yourself and you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Yeah, I'm trying to find oh, there it is. Okay, that's the one I was looking for. So look, this is the right graph here. There we go. Okay, look at that. Okay, so this is since, let's go from 2020. Oh wait. Okay, so look at that. Okay, look what happened. Literally, we're about to hit the, look, April 27th. Okay, so on April 27th, look at that. Okay, April 27th of 2020. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that fucking nuts? And right now, every time they keep pushing 2 trillion, you know, this was the 6 trillion. I think this was right here when he signed the 6 trillion. But again, it's just now, it has to go. It's like it already went up a couple times. Remember, they stopped. Remember, this graph right here, they already stopped. Oh, here's a substitute. Never mind. Even better. Okay, boom. Look at that. Okay, so look where we are now. This is a current one. They had to replace it with a new graph. Okay, and right now, look, this is only up until January. As you guys can see there on the screen, this is only up until January. So right now, it should jump up. Right now, it should be somewhere where it says edit graph, like at the bottom of edit graph. That's where we are now somewhere, I think I would say. Right now, we're like somewhere down here. You know what I mean? Like under edit graph. All right. You know, so we're off the graph. Okay. We are right now with the 1.9 trillion stimulus and the 2 trillion infrastructure bill. That's 4 trillion right there. So you already know we're off the charts. We're already off the charts. So, and it's just going to continue going. So it's like, that's why things are getting more expensive. That's why you see things like Bitcoin and so many other things also rising in price. It's because you need more dollars to buy the same amount. No matter whether it's milk, bread, Bitcoin, your ass, whatever. So, hope you guys enjoyed that little lesson there. So yeah, guys, I mean, you know, look at that. That's pretty nuts, huh? Let me see if I can. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was just trying to get it so you guys can see it better. I just leave it there. This thing speaks for itself. But, okay, let me see. There. Okay, so you see right there where I'm pointing? Like, it should be, like, you see how my hand is going off screen there? I wish I could, it should be there. Off screen right now. It's freaking nuts. And again, let's just look at the okay, check this out. 1990, 1960. So look at that. Okay, now we're going for the full graph. Okay, this is the full graph. This is as far as they have been keeping track of this. Look at that. Look at that graph, guys. I mean, again, this alone speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Like, look at the money supply. Look at the money. Look at that. We only started seeing a little bump. Look at that in the 90s, in 2000. Look at that. Look at what happened here in 2008. Okay. Look at that. And then we just started slowly going up and up and up and up. And then boom, the virus hit and boom. It's like someone put a virus literally in the Fed balance sheet. The hell? What the fuck? You know what I mean? So, and this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. Like, I mean, it's only the beginning. But look at it. Look at how it's just going straight up. And people are worried about Bitcoin. I'm like, man, is Bitcoin too expensive? Man, Bitcoin is going up too quickly. I'm like, bro, did you even watching this? Are you even looking at this? So, I wish I could compare this chart to the Bitcoin chart. But yeah, guys. So, I mean, and so look, these gray bars that you're looking at right there, these are recessions. Okay, these gray bars are recessions, okay? Okay, and the white periods are, you know, the white area, that's like growth. And now we're still in the largest, you know, area of growth in the history of the US. And it's like, look at how this last bar is a yellow bar. It's not a gray bar because it's man, this is just insane. I mean, you know, again, this is the end. This is the end. So, yeah, man, interesting times. That is for sure. April Fools. We're going back to normal. So, yeah, I mean, this is the new normal, guys, in a sense. It's like the new normal of hyperinflation, the new normal of, going through hardships, even more hardships. You know, the new normal of, all the things that are going on, man. You know, all these things that they're implementing is just, to make life on you even more difficult. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, but that's really what it's for control, so that, again, it's really sadistic, how they're doing everything they're doing, but there's no other way to describe it. I mean, it's a fact. It's crazy. Only thing you can do is save yourself with some dogecoin. I implore you, get some dogecoins so you can save yourself. Save yourself. Unknown person says the U.S. got a new president. Yeah, who? Who? Bernie Sanders? So, yeah, guys. I don't know. I mean, let me see. What else are we going to talk about? I think we talked about everything, guys. I think that's it. I mean, I don't know what else. Is there anything else in the comments? Maybe you guys can talk to me in the comments. Anything you guys want me to talk about before I get going. Otherwise, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I don't want to, overstay my welcome here. But yeah, we're living in some interesting times. But yeah, guys, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you except, just look at this. And this is where we're going, So the higher this goes, the more expensive everything's going to get. And you think $15 an hour is going to fucking save you? Exactly. Yeah, good luck with all that. Yeah, Cuba's safe, but I wouldn't live there. Safe to visit. Yeah, you can still buy silver and gold from the banks in Mexico or the government. Yes. Yeah, Argentina is a fucking shit show right now, just like a lot of countries. I would not move to Cuba. I would visit Cuba. I visited Cuba. You can check out my channel for those videos. Looking through the chat right now. Yeah, it's like, again, when they say they're raising taxes on the rich, it's not raising taxes on the rich, man. It's raising taxes on the poor. It's just always the way it's been. It's always been the same way. The rich, can afford, lawyers and tax professionals in order for them to not pay any tax or very little tax and always get around the tax. And the poor people, they don't have money for that. They go through TurboTax for free and basically always get shafted. Most individuals out there get shafted. So, yes, sir. More taxes only means more taxes for you, the poor individual. Always. So, yeah, and again, so a country like Cuba that is a full hardcore communism, I mean, look how hardcore they are enacting all of the, virus restrictions and laws and mandates and all that stuff, you feel me? But the freer a country is, the less they're able to implement all that stuff. That's why Mexico, you know what I mean? A lot of the stuff that they're doing in Mexico is self-inflicted by the people. The people are the ones that are acting, on these things of wearing a mask and acting a certain way. But in reality is like there's many parts of Mexico that are not buying into this shit at all, and they're just free to not have to. So that's great. That's what I love. There's a lot of countries like Mexico out there as well. So, yeah, but when it comes to Cuba, that's actually a kind of a great question, because actually, like, they've never, as far as I know, I don't think that they've opened up or have any or very few foreigners living there. But going forward, I think this year, next year, or really soon, they're going to start opening up even more to foreigners and foreign investment, and you should be able to go retire there and live there and stuff like that. But I wouldn't recommend it, but it is a possibility. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what this guy has to say. This guy's really good. Okay, I just told you guys to check him out. Let me know if you guys can hear him.
Correcting the unemployment tax situation.
All right.
This is your daily news report as of Thursday, April 1st. The IRS is correcting the unemployment tax situation, and they're going to be sending you your money next month. SSI and SSD recipients are still on track to receive stimulus checks by April.
So anyone out there collecting unemployment, seems like you'll be getting more money, whatever. I think you guys are already getting more money on top of that, whatever. So it just keeps raining, like I keep saying. They just keep giving money. We're at the helicopter. You know what? Instead of listening to this, I think it'd be better if we... Okay. Let's go through this. Let's end this on this, okay? Let's end this on a little bit more education, so you guys understand a little bit more of where we are right now. I think it was this one there, sure.
Yeah, do you feel good? Do you want to go out for dinner? Do you want to take your friends? Yeah, do you want to take a vacation?
I think it was 6.
I'm Mike Milan.
Yeah, just 1 second. Hold on, let me play a little music.
Stock market goes into a bubble without exception.
I would check this out if I were you guys. This channel, immediately. Man, I'm trying to find... I guess it was 4, huh? I don't know. Whatever. Man, I forgot, like, the part. I want to show you guys a particular part. Yeah, I don't... Is it this one? No, not that one. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm boring you guys. Yeah, I'm trying to find a particular thing I wanted to show you guys just to end this on. Oh, here we go. Found it. All right, here, I want you to watch this. I mean, I want you to watch this whole series so you guys can get really more educated on what's going on here.
What velocity of currency is and how it affects you. So, on...
Yeah, because right now there's not really much velocity of money going on. But again, let me just watch this.
Page 16, we have, at the beginning of World War I, Germany went off the gold standard and suspended the right of its citizens to redeem their currency, the mark, for gold and silver. Like all wars, World War I was a war of and by the printing press. The number of marks in circulation in Germany quadrupled during the war. Prices, however, had not kept up with the inflation of the currency supply, so the effects of this inflation were not felt. The reason for this peculiar phenomenon was because in times of uncertainty, people tend to save every penny, and World War I was definitely a time of uncertainty. So even though the German government was pumping tons of currency into the system, no one was spending it, yet. But by war's end, confidence flooded back, along with the currency that had been on the sidelines, and the ravaging effects worked their way through the country as prices rose to catch up with the previous monetary inflation. Just before the end of the war, the exchange rate between gold and the mark was about 100 marks per ounce. But by 1920, it was fluctuating between 1,000 and 2,000 marks per ounce. Retail prices shortly followed suit, rising by 10 to 20 times. Anyone who still had the savings they had accumulated during the war was bewildered when they found it could only buy 10% or less of what it could just a year or two earlier. Then, all through the rest of 1920 and the first half of 1921, inflation slowed, and on the surface, the future was beginning to look a little brighter. The economy was recovering, business and industrial production was up, but now there were war reparations to pay, so the government never stopped printing currency. In the summer of 1921, prices started rising again, and by July of 1922, prices had risen another 700%. This was the breaking point, and what broke was people's confidence in their economy and their currency. Having watched the purchasing power of their savings fall by 90% in 1919, they knew better this time around. They were smarter. They had been here before. All at once, the entire country's attitude toward currency changed. People knew that if they held on to their currency for any period of time, they'd get burned. The rising prices would wipe out their purchasing power. Suddenly, everybody started to spend their currency as soon as they got it. The currency had become a hot potato, and no one wanted to hang on to it for a second. Now, on the next page, I talk about the front page of the New York Times 1923, and I reference some information there. And I just happen to have a reprint of the front. This is the February edition of the New York Times. By November, those paper mills were pumping out 500 quadrillion marks per day. So now we're going to take a look at velocity and how it could affect us in the future. So this is me. Now, I developed this keynote presentation to make understanding velocity easy. Most economists make it sound really complex and people don't think they can understand it. But stick with me, I think you'll enjoy this. When you're measuring 2008, so
this is what I was really looking for, okay? So this is what I'm going to play here, okay? And we're winding this down. We got about 20 minutes left on the episode, but this is very important, guys, so you guys can understand and prepare yourselves, because if you don't, you're the only one's going to lose is you, all right? So
in here, I refer to Ben Bernanke, but I'm going to change that to just the Federal Reserve or central banks for you right now. So, the day of reckoning will come when millions of baby boomers reach the age where they have to take mandatory distributions from their IRAs. As they find that the investments they were counting on for their retirement, their homes and their IRAs full of mutual funds, have actually lost value, that the amount of stuff that they can buy from the proceeds if they sell their home is actually less than when they bought their home. And as they realize that their dream of a comfortable retirement was just that, a dream, all those boomers will get scared and pull in their horns. They will stop spending. They will start selling off their assets. And the greatest stock market crash in history will unfold as more and more boomers panic and sell. I believe this will also be accompanied by the greatest real estate crash the world has ever known. This perfect storm of bankruptcies and foreclosures will cause the currency supply to contract as the giant credit bubble pops, and all those big spenders become big savers. When people save their currency, it stops circulating. The economic engine runs out of oil, and the whole thing locks up. This is every central banker's worst nightmare. This is real deflation, and the world's central bankers are about to discover the true scale of the horrors of a credit bubble implosion. When this happens, the Federal Reserve will once again send out its armada of money bomb dropping helicopters.
By the way, these are the same helicopters that are now dropping money. Now, remember, this is something I wanted you to watch, but this is what's coming now. There already have been helicopters, okay, dropping money for a year now, okay, for a year all over. Depending on the country, depending on how much money you're getting, one form or another. Not every country, but a lot of first world countries are getting. This is happening, okay, and this is now. You're gonna see what's gonna happen next, okay. So prepare yourself, okay.
But this time, something will be different. Something will have gone horribly wrong. The bombs will have been defused. The Fed will try pumping the banking sector by buying up every kind of debt they can get their hands on, but to no avail.
That's what's happening now. That is what is happening right now, literally. Okay, as they print money, they're buying up the stock market. They're buying up everything that anyone is selling right now, because not only are they giving you money because they want to give you money, but if you're selling anything of value, they're buying it. You know, someone. It's something. So it's there's always a buyer out there, right now.
The bombs will have been defused. The Fed will try pumping the banking sector by buying up every kind of debt they can get their hands on, but to no avail. They will go to the extraordinary measures that they had said they were prepared to go to. They will buy every mortgage, mortgage-backed security, and any other type of debt that panicky investors and banks are trying to sell, but nothing good will come of it. They will start buying stocks to buoy the stock market, but retail sales will continue to plunge. They will try broad-based tax cuts, but it won't jumpstart the economy. They will work with foreign central banks to buy each other's debt, but the global economy will continue to plummet. People will finally see through the veil. They will see what Dorothy, the Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man saw, that the Wizard of Oz is really just some dopey old guy frantically pulling levers. Remember when we talked about how during World War I, the Germans increased their currency supply by 400%, yet there was no price inflation because of the public's anxiety over the war and the uncertainty of their future? Imagine the anxiety 75 million baby boomers will feel as they approach retirement, only to find their homes and their mutual funds are now worth next to nothing. The nest egg, ladies and gentlemen, has just cracked. When they get their tax rebates, are they going to buy that new big screen TV and the latest cell phone? I think not. I think they're going to save every dime they can get their hands on, just like in Germany during the war. But there will be a point at which a threshold is reached. For each income class, it will be different. It will be the point where they feel that they've finally got enough saved for retirement. For some, it will be $100,000. For others, it will be $1 million. And for others still, it will be $10 million. The Fed knows there is a point where they'll finally feel safe enough to replace that aging computer and maybe get that new TV. At this point, the boys at the Fed will buy enough government debt to fund tax rebates for all the taxes in the previous year, but still, nobody will buy that new car. The threshold the Fed is looking for will not be reached. Then, in not-so-quiet desperation, the Fed will say, "Screw the helicopters, send in the bombers." And as the shadow of millions of stealth currency bombers darken the skies, Currency will begin to fall like rain in the desert.
That's right.
As Joe Sixpack and John Q get tax rebate checks in the mail,
Like right
for
now,
all the
they're
taxes
coming.
they paid during their entire lifetimes, fear will be temporarily alleviated, and some of that currency will come out of hiding, just as in Weimar Germany. Prices will rise quickly and dramatically as all that stored up currency energy is released. In a panic, the Fed will call back the bombs, but it will be too late. There's nothing they will be able to do to stop it now because the hyperinflation will have already begun.
That's right.
The Dow will begin an invisible crash of epic proportions, and gold prices will shoot to the moon. If you are wise enough to moor your boat in the safe harbors of gold and silver and other commodities, you will weather the storm. It won't be pretty, but at least you'll be safe. At this point, confidence in the currency will fall faster than it can be created. Cost of living increases for government employees, and the costs of all government projects, the subcontractors, the labor, the materials, will all skyrocket. And each time more currency is created to pay for the increases, the value of the currency will fall even faster. In times like that, governments have only two choices: shut down the government and all of its projects and services, send everybody home without pay, turn off the printing presses, and wait for the free market system to discover price levels that account for the quantity of the currency in the supply, or print the currency into oblivion. Governments have always chosen the latter. But the stored up energy of excess currency creation doesn't have to take place within the United States,
Right.
and it doesn't necessarily have to be in the future. In fact, there is an abundance of stored up currency just waiting to be released right now. As I mentioned earlier, all the dollars we sent overseas to other countries to buy their goods and services are now sitting in their bank accounts.
Again, and not just that, but right now, we're sending even more dollars overseas, as you know, okay? Whether it's the pork or the whatever, but every single stimulus everyone signed has been sending money to basically every country out there. And so every country has dispersed that money differently. But when you're seeing like a lot of, literally when you're seeing like in Europe and Canada that the citizens are getting money, like stimulus, UBI, whatever they're getting, that's coming from us. It's the US dollar printing press. Remember, the US Fed, the Federal Reserve, is the currency for the world. So all that stimulus that the whole world is getting is coming from us. And eventually, remember, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And it won't be until all the other currencies and most of the currencies and most of the economies around the world fall, and then the US dollar will fall last. And then depending on the country you're in, depending on how quickly it will recover, as soon as they instill a gold standard or Bitcoin standard or whatever is going to value whatever currency. So, right now, remember, so let me just back up like 10 seconds here. But yeah, long story short,
Just waiting to be spent.
But yeah, long story short, with the new stimuluses and the money printing that's been happening since Trump, and it's happening right now. Remember, this guy just printed 4 trillion more. A lot of that money is going overseas. So it's trying to prevent this from happening at a more accelerated pace. They're trying to slow it down a little bit, okay? But at the end of the day, it's the same result.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be in the future. In fact, there is an abundance of stored up currency just waiting to be released right now. As I mentioned earlier, all the dollars we sent overseas to other countries to buy their goods and services are now sitting in their bank accounts, just waiting to be spent. Eventually, the world economy will lose faith in the US dollar and will want to dump it by buying up goods. And as all those dollars come flooding back into the US, it will, of course, cause the prices of those goods and services to rise, and could, and probably will, trigger a scenario much like the one I have just finished describing. Throughout history, economists have suffered from what I like to call this time syndrome. This time, they've become masters of the economic universe. This time, they've figured it out. This time, they've tamed the economy. This time, they've mastered the art of infinite currency amplification. This time, a fiat currency will work. History gives this a probability of 0. Each time we sailed toward economic doom, the greatest financial minds in the world were at the helm. Do you really think we should continue letting them steer the ship? I think not. It would be nice.
And we have a solution. So back when this was created, this guy was still not aware of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. He is now, and he knows about that and the value that comes in. So that's the thing. Once you understand really what's going on, and you understand gold and silver, that's how you protect yourself from these, from these things that happen all the time. And then that's how you really understand cryptocurrency, because you understand, oh shit, okay, wait, this is a digital version for the new future. Because, like, for example, if you have a lot of gold, right, and first of all, you already know dollars are going to be worthless at one point. So if you're going to have all your value in gold, you got to carry it on you physically. It's like gold, physical gold bar, right? So how are you going to cross the border if you're trying to escape? How are you going to cross the border, even if you're just trying to cross the border? So with Bitcoin, crypto, and shit like that, it solves that problem. Like it solves many problems, okay? So that's the thing. I mean, so we're quickly moving into a new world, a new paradigm in which we do have actual solutions to a lot of these control problems, and we're just look. That's why I'm very bullish on what's going on, because as you guys saw there, the people in power always lose control, and they will lose control, and they're trying to transfer control over to China and all of the shit. But the reality is that we, the people, gotta also be willing to take it. And I don't. And if you ask the majority of the world right now, hey, do you wanna follow the Chinese model of governmentship? Most of the world will revolt. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to live under that totalitarian communist regime that they have in over there. And just like in other countries. So it's the same old thing. Right now with what's going on, we're going to have a very similar situation where, some countries are going to be able to fight this off and not, have some sort of communist type situation, fascist regime take over, and other countries are going to be able to fight that off. So yeah, guys, at the end of the day, it's all coming to an end. How it's gonna end and how the whole thing is going to materialize after that, we're going to see. We're going to find out. And again, it doesn't matter, because again, if you bet on yourself, if you bet on gold and silver, property, protecting yourself by moving to a safer country, getting some Bitcoin, getting some crypto, learning new skills, learning how to survive, just learning, and again, learning how to take care of yourself. Well, you got nothing to worry about. You can do what I do, which is live your life, and every day of your life, you're preparing more and more for the inevitable. And at the same time, you can watch all the insanity that's happening like a movie, like the craziest, most insane movie you've ever seen, because that's all it is. But if you're not prepared, you're living the movie. And it's very different where you're living inside of a Freddy Kruger movie, or you're living inside Armageddon movie, or you're living inside any movie. The Matrix. It's a lot easier to be participating and creating your own world in the Matrix, as opposed to be watching a movie and not really having any control per se. So like a lot of people are, a lot of the zombies, a lot of the NPCs, a lot of these individuals out there that don't and cannot think for themselves. They they have others think for them. So that's the world that we're living in. But there's no need to be afraid. There's no need to be scared. Right now it's a very exciting time. And if you watch things like that video I just showed you there, and other, things like that, and keep educating yourself, you'll be fine. Yeah, I love Monero. Monero's great. Monero's good. Bitcoin's good. Dogecoin's good. There's a lot of shit out there. It's good. So yeah, sure. Let's play your Bitcoin song. Where's your Bitcoin song? How would I get it? Let's end it with that, I guess, right? Let's end on the high note. Let me see if I can find. What's your channel? Like just rated R? No, hold on. Let's see. Let's go check out your. Can I go to your? How do I go to your channel? I don't know how to. I want to play the song. You in the Discord? I think you're still in the Discord. Send me a link, bro. If you send me a link, I'll play the song. Otherwise, I don't know how to. So send me the song, and I'll play the song, and we'll end it on that. But yeah, guys, I'm very bullish on Doge. Very bullish on human race and humanity. Very bullish on many things. There's a lot of crazy things that are happening, and it's only going to get crazier. So, just make sure that you are, you are protected and all that good stuff. So, all right, if we get that song anytime in the next couple minutes, I'll play it. Otherwise, I don't. It's called Bitcoin, no problem. Maybe. I hope that's the song. That's not the song. Nothing came out. I don't know why I don't see it. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. All right. By the way, is this copyrighted or anything like that? I don't want to get no copyright strike or anything like that. Let me know real quick if it's copyrighted or not. But anyways, all right, let's play this song, and we're going to end it with the song.
I would like to discuss something that is of interest to all of us here. You have a problem, Tony. We have a problem. I think together we can solve all our problems. Now, we all know that you have some tax troubles in your country. We have some friends that assure us these troubles can be taken care of. You may have to pay some back taxes, but there will be no prison. Okay?
Yeah, Lambo.
So let's show Parliament. I'll show you my problem.
Sure, less about Bitcoin. I don't know why I said anything about it. What I have an issue with is a non-fiat cryptocurrency.
Where's the song? Where's the song?
Every day, legal 10 to Bitcoin.
Japanese television.
There we go.
We're gonna fix our problem.
Huddled in the trenches with my crypto news. Flip the extra golden tickets to the crypto moon. I'm the hollow popping bottles with my crypto fools. Pedal Lamborghini bottles, fucking crypto tools. I'm huddled in the trenches.
So shout out to Rated R. He was one of the first guys to come visit me out here in Mexico. Fuck, over 2 years ago. So just so shout out to everyone out there, man. Popping bottles. Hope you motherfuckers popping bottles out there. Look at that. Look at you already got a fan, brother. Hell yeah. You got more new fans. Look at that.
Stupid and I bought it and the price just paid. I'm hotter than the trenches with my crypto news. Flip the extra golden tickets to the crypto moon. I'm the hotter popping bottles with my crypto fools. Pedal
Yeah.
fucking crypto tools. I'm hotter than the trenches with my crypto news. Flip the extra golden tickets to the crypto moon. I'm the hotter popping bottles with my crypto fools. Pedal Lamborghini bottles, fucking crypto tools. I'm hotter than the trenches with
Hey, look, it's Opie. And Stiggs. Man, look at that. How old is this? I thought it was older. All right, let's leave a comment. Hell yeah. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And with that being said, guys, you already know the deal. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for everything, all the love and all the support, all the new subscribers, all the old subscribers, all the OGs have been out here, watching me, hanging out with me for years. All the new, viewers, all you guys that just got here or whatever, I've been here for a little while. Regardless, I love you guys. You guys are the best. And wow, what a ride, huh? What a ride. And it's only going to get even crazier. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. And I'll see you guys back here soon. I'm going to be putting up more videos on the channels you guys have already seen. We got a little bit of a newer format, I'm also like playing video games. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. So, hang out here, check all that out. Also, don't forget to check out the podcast. I'm going to be on live tonight on the podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern. All right. If you want all the information for all that, basically just here, let me show you where to go. And boom. Okay. So just go there, go to my website, josearteaga.com. You can see my travel channel. Okay. You can see, my cooking live channel. I got to get working on that. And then you can see the podcast all the way at the bottom. So you already know the deal, guys. All right. So, I got tons of content out there. Please check it out. And we'll be seeing each other soon. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon. But more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. Thanks again for hanging out. Thanks again for watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Happy April Fools.